So when you're turning them out, you have to be careful not to flex the mould, because you will break the plaster inside and you can actually break the mould. So we're going to bring it over and we're gently going to tap. That's why I've got the towel underneath it as well, so it's nice and gentle. And just slowly putting air around. This one doesn't quite break its seal. Got a little bit of air around the corner here without too much pressure, and hopefully that will be enough to. There she blows. So there's the skull. So you can see that there's a bit of plaster left up here. I probably should have left these a little bit longer, but I'm trying to make the video before I come pick it up. At this point, I'm using the scrubbing brush and my water from before, just to give it a clean out so the mould's nice and clean for my next use. You can see it's, make sure you got all the bits off around the edge here. Before this little one comes in handy for getting into the grooves. Let that dry before you put that away, or use it. You could use that again straight away. Refill it for the next one. I also have these little knives for sometimes if you've overfilled your mould, you get a yucky edge. This one's actually not too bad. You can see that there, and I'll just give it a little scrape off, make it nice and flat around the edge. Some of them you might have filled up a little bit too much while you're getting used to how much you're pouring into the mould. Just gives it a nice neat edge. You don't have to do that though. And then I would probably leave it there for another 24 hours to let it dry out properly. So I'll turn out one more for you. Go with the butterfly. The butterfly, where it's thinner in the middle, you have to be really gentle because it can crack. So it's really popular. So you want to get as many butterflies as you can made, but you just got to be a little bit gentle and not rush it. If I hit too much on that way, it's just the pressure's just going to snap her in half. Give it a little bit at the edge here. You see that? A little, and that's that's what happens if you put too much pressure on her. Can I cut that bit and still have that other?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Right, cat. Ta-da, cat. And the back's pretty clean on that one, so I wouldn't trim any of that. Wash that out in a minute. Again, the back's pretty clean on that one, so I wouldn't worry about trimming that. This one's got a very thin wing, so you have to be a little bit careful with her. The longer you leave them to dry, the easier they pop out. I'll let it sit for a little bit longer. I'll just try and get this guy out for you. A bit bigger, it's got to do. Oh, there she goes. Just lost a little bit of its mane there. Probably because it fell out so quick. Put a little bit of plaster over that, straighten it out, still come alright. Well, it's still a little bit wet, you could kind of manipulate that to cover up that fault. Well, the next time I poured, I could get a little bit of the plaster out of the pot and it'll cover it up. And around the back doesn't really need a trim off. A few bits of random stuff. That was our one that had a bit much water. I'm going to leave that one to dry a little longer with that one so that it doesn't break when it comes out of the mould. And that's that. Thank you.